The game takes account of all of your actions, including the ones you decide not to take. These choices will determine your fate and the fate of others around you. I only care about my wife. Proceed with caution!
All right, Miss Roy. I need you to tell me everything that happened.
Okay, so I think we, like, actually tidy everything up. We do! Oh my god! So, what we're doing right now is recounting all of this to the detective, right? We actually... Oh, that's so satisfying.
Nothing like a well-made bed.
Is our wife the murderer? I don't know who the murderer is. I could be the murderer if I don't do this right. I'll get arrested for murder! I have no idea where I put that.
Look at her, always glued to that gossip magazine.
Do you think she has any real friends? Or is it just Gracie, Joan, and Marilyn?
I'm gonna murder them.
When your own life is that dull, you need to get your excitement somewhere.
Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Is Beth wife?
Sure. I'll be right there.
Does your personal hygiene worry you? Are those worries bothering your husband? Indispensable aid to marriage hygiene? It's gonna make your vagina fall off. Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Hey, Beth.
Beth? Hey, Beth? Hey, wife? Hey.
Hey there. So, who's sleeping?
Sleep... what?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
I try to ignore them.
I try not to pay attention to them.
I just find the sucking noises hard to ignore, you know? Wanna guess why I summoned you here?
Something to clean?
I'm guessing there's something I have to clean?
Obviously. But what is it?
Did a kid throw up again?
God, no. Did that happen recently?
Yeah, last week. I can still smell it. Feel it too. While I was cleaning, some of it got...
I'm gonna stop you right there. Keep talking and you'll be cleaning up after me too.
Oh. Sorry.
A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
How do I... No, how do I go down, though? Shut up. It's scroll wheel! Satisfying.
A film roll. The guest must have dropped it when he knocked over the vase.
You must see plenty of weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest's room?
Something gross.
It's a bit gross.
Oh. I hope it's got nothing to do with bodily functions.
God, I hope so too. A few weeks ago, I walked into a room and found the trash can filled with cucumbers. Like, whole cucumbers. And some of them were carved, and I threw the whole trash can out that day. Don't tell Bernard.
I won't.
Oh. What if Beth breaks her neck? No. No. I can't lose my wife immediately.
Hold it, please.
Oh. If I had the option, I wouldn't have.
Mr. Spade? Mr. Spade?
You know I'm getting into that safe, right? No, don't just put it back and go away. No, he's developing photos in the bathroom? He's taking pictures of me! Tampering with objects may lead to positive or negative consequences. Well, if I mess with these, he's gonna know. So I could throw everything away. Is putting my fingerprints on them bad? Well, I already put my fingerprints on. He's watching me snooping! But I mean, like, what's the problem with telling the police officer, yeah, I looked at the pictures, they're pictures of me. Of course I picked up the pictures. But I was a good girl. and didn't throw them away because it's evidence and then he would know that I'm onto him. If I clean, he'll know I was in here. Do you want the cops seeing those?
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Choose between Beth or... Oh my god, I want Beth. Come on now.
Beth, I need your help.
Sophie? What's going on?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Really? I knew it!
You did?
I mean, I knew there was something fishy about him. He just has creep written all over his face, you know? How did you find out?
Well, I mean, the first thing that happened was I found the dark room.
He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room.
Pictures of you? Doing what?
I can't believe I'm
Oh,
about
we tell
to
her
say
anyway,
this, but
Snooping!
sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, you know, snoop through our guest stuff.
Sneaky. And Mr.
Okay, she doesn't
Spade
hate me.
caught you in the act, I suppose?
Yes.
I think we should call the police.
No, that's a terrible idea.
But-
Sophie, that man has pictures of you running your hands through people's stuff.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I know, but say a client reports something missing, those pictures would put a big red target
So get rid
on
of the
your
pictures?
back.
You know what? Let's let Beth decide. Beth, this is your call, BB.
I could always throw them out.
Yeah, not your worst idea,
But
but
there's always a
you
but.
found the pictures drying over the bath, right?
Yeah?
I'm no photographer, but I've been in one of those dark rooms before.
You have?
Yeah, I modeled for a while. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, those pictures were developed recently.
Yeah,
But it doesn't mean there aren't more elsewhere.
yeah, getting rid of them isn't gonna do anything. I could keep looking.
I guess I barely looked through his belongings.
And he's got pictures of you checking other people's stuff. Why stop now?
Go on, Beth.
Any idea where I should start then?
Well, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I remember Mr. Spade asking for the combination to his room's safe.
What
I
is
bet
it?
you anything there'll be more pictures in there.
Maybe, but I don't have the code.
Give me a minute.
We love Beth.
Merde. Those idiots.
What?
I can't find the combination list. The night staff's probably lost it again. Anyway, we always ask that clients write down their code somewhere so they don't have to call reception a dozen times.
Oh.
Maybe you can have a look around the room, and I call you if Mr. Creep comes back. You know, so you can get out of there in time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Special occasion, wedding, funeral. Who are you stalking?
Beaver Lake. I took one
Skate
skating
rental.
there just a few weeks ago.
Clearly he's following two people? A couple?
This was the sale where I found that winter jacket that Mom loves. Were you there too? Harry's diner too. Were we ever there at the same time? Is this a floor of the Clarington?
Yeah, look, he's fully taking notes of when I go cleaning. And I can throw all of this away. But this is all evidence that this guy has been up to something. He lives on Elm Street. And he eats beans. Oh my god. Binoculars? What is this guy doing?
What do we have here?
At least Beth hasn't called yet.
You spent 10 years in a psychiatric hospital,
Damn.
and it looks like you left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions.
Anxiety, neurosis, character disorder, chronic insomnia, short-term memory loss. Where's your code, though? Alright, we close this. Place the key back. Where did you write down your code, sir? Wait. Lindsay's address, infantry division, year of hospital discharge. No! Beth, no! I'm just about to open. No!
Is he here?
He... what?
Oh, phew.
No.
Oh, God.
Beth.
Beth!
You said if Mr. Spade was coming back to his room.
God damn it.
Yeah, I did say that.
Oh, Jesus
Sorry
Christ.
for the fright.
Oh my god, Beth. I nearly had a heart attack when I heard the phone ring.
I didn't mean for it. I was just so caught up in the thrill of it all. I had to check in. Did you find more pictures of you?
No. Dialogue options marked to allow you to end the... But I don't want to end the conversation quicker. I want to talk to Beth more. I did find a map.
No, I haven't. But I did find something else.
And before you ran out of time.
He's got a kind of yarn map of Montreal on the wall.
A yarn map? And where does it lead to?
Lots of places. Most of them I've visited recently.
Merde. What's the deal with this
I don't
guy?
think it actually has anything to do with her, you know. Mr. Spade isn't his real name.
I think he may be using an alias. I found some evidence that points to his real name being Paul Morgan.
Well, he's certainly not the first man to check into a hotel under a fake name.
Is it really common practice?
It is, when the man in question is married, but the woman accompanying him isn't. Or at least, not to him.
Considering the state of his room, I doubt Mr. Morgan was expecting any visitors.
Did you find anything else?
Yeah, fuck
He
it.
seems to be in love with this woman who doesn't love him back.
You mean you?
No, someone else. I found lots of letters addressed to a woman named Lindsay, but she returned them all to sender, unopened.
Are you sure it's love and not obsession? Maybe he stalked her like he's stalking you.
I don't know. Whatever it is, I find it strange she didn't open the letters before sending them back. I would have had a look at them first.
Of course.
I
you
don't think
would've.
it's us that he is interested
So,
in, you know.
is that all you found then?
I'll know more soon.
I'll know more once I open the safe.
Oh, so you found the combination?
Yeah, sort of.
I'm impressed. Well done, Arsène Lupin.
What?
I don't know
never
who
mind.
Arsène
Don't
Lupin
let me keep you.
is.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Who's
Yeah,
Arsène
you better.
Lupin?
I won't call again unless Mr. Morgan returns. For real this time.
Okay, I'm
Alright.
gonna hurry.
Thanks.
Okay, so we need Lindsay's address. Quick. 34, 99, 34, 99, 23?
Damn it.
It's not that! Did I pee pee poo poo brain? Oh wait, year. Whoops, I took the day. I'm a dumbass. 57. Oopsie. Sorry, dummy. I gone! Okay, fingerprints here though. I'm not touching the gun. I'm not that dumb. Right?
M and H.
M and H.
M and H.
Arrived at the hotel,
Who are they?
both nicely dressed.
Are
Em was
they
holding a flower
guests
bouquet.
here?
So he was following this couple?
You're going through their trash?
Yeah, he is fully watching me.
You really want to find out what M and H are up to, don't you? Why are you following them? And who's sneaking out at night? So many questions.
Wait, ticket had weird symbols on it, just like Harry's diner receipt. There's flowers. The high, the harsh, the flowers. This?
You didn't strike me as much of a doodler.
Okay. Let's call Beth.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hold on. Andrew. Andrew. Cover for me, will you?
What's going on?
Hey, Tintin.
Tintin!
Sorry
Oh
about
my god!
So, I take it you opened Morgan's safe? What was in it?
I can't say anything about a gun. Oh, I found his journal.
A journal.
His journal? Does he say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people as well.
Oh, who are they?
They're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Well, Snoopy. Although it may seem like it, I'm not actually clairvoyant, so... I'll
Yeah,
need
tell
something
her.
to narrow the search. Do you know anything about them?
Beth's a smartass and I love it. Well, I mean, we're
Mr.
gonna come back to
Morgan
this, so...
refers to them as H and M.
Well, that could mean a lot of things. It could be their initials, or, I don't know, husband and mistress.
Oh, I
It's
hadn't
probably
thought of
initials.
Yeah, I'll need a little
Henry and
more to go
Mary.
on.
Couple?
that. From what I can gather, it seems they're together.
Okay, so they must be staying in the same room.
Do we have a lot of couples at the moment?
Well, yes. It was Valentine's Day last Friday, remember?
Oh,
Oh, indeed. Would you look at that? There's a couple staying in room 509, Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H&M.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What do we know about the
Do
cruises?
you know anything about the cruises?
Well, I saw them come in and out of the hotel a few times. Called a taxi for them once. The missus does the smiling and the other frowns a lot. Nothing to write home about. Do you have room 509 on your to-do list by any chance?
I do, actually.
Then maybe you go clean it and have a little look-see?
Yeah, nothing unusual here. Just a maid cleaning a room.
That's my girl.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Just be careful, okay?
I will.
She called me her girl.
Promise.
Okay, well there's no do not disturb sign thing, so we're good to go here.
I must have forgotten my keys in the break room again.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'll need my keys to enter room 509. I should probably check the break room.
A yo-yo? Fuck them kids. Not in my fucking floor. Wait, but I didn't even go into the break room. Why am I in here? What's this? The key? Hypocrite bitch.
Hypocrite bitch? What did Linda do? And to whom?
I can wipe it off. Linda, my wife will be at her parents' tonight, so come by my house at 8 p.m. and make sure you bring the new lingerie I bought you. B. Bernard! So if somebody found this and put this up here, would it help somebody if I wipe this off? I feel like maybe somebody might get in trouble. Will somebody get in trouble? I'm gonna get rid of this. Don't give yourself away! Scare her by leaving the note up there, but get rid of this.
I'll just
Wait,
have to make
master
sure I
key.
don't forget to return it.
Don't forget to return the master key! Lipstick. Lipstick.
This goes beyond constructive criticism. It's just a personal crusade.
I think we're covering by getting rid of the lipstick. Do you think I don't see the way you talk to guests? The way you smile at them and call them sweetie while you fill their coffee cups? The way you laugh at their jokes and bat your eyes like a stupid teenage girl? I'm not sure if you're doing it for the tip or to get the Employee of the Month reward, but either way this is unacceptable. And I won't even mention the way you wear your uniform. This is a respected hotel, not a pleasure house. Although I've always had a problem with your behavior, I tolerate it as long as the guests were happy. But now that you're getting engaged, I can no longer remain silent about it. What would Jacques say if he saw you? I'm sure he would be as ashamed as I am. Maybe you've got Bernard fooled like every other man. But if you don't change your behavior, I'll find a way to convince him to fire you. This is your only warning. And she scratched out Linda and wrote bitch. So, yeah, I think maybe we saved her job, question mark?
The handwriting is familiar.
Yeah, it's this.
So is the colorful language.
Yeah. So, she's saying she just needs one reason, so Wendy would have gotten fired. Right?
I don't want to think of what could happen to Wendy if someone found these. Should I?
Yeah, but so I could have left that written there and just gotten rid of the lipstick. Okay. I'll meddle. I'll meddle. I don't need to get rid of the lipstick because I cleaned the message.
Hey, you.
Oh, hey, Bev. On break already?
Sadly, no. I have an express delivery to make to the 6th floor.
Isn't that Jacques or Andrew's job?
Well, they're both busy, so... What about you? I thought you'd be in 509.
I'm heading up now. I just had to grab Linda's master key before I could continue our investigation.
Oh, I see. Well, this has been quite the day so far, hasn't it? I can't remember the last time work was this interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. That's not all, though.
I just saw something on Linda's door.
While I was looking for my keys, I found some graffiti on Linda's door.
What kind of graffiti are we talking about?
The words hypocrite bitch in red lipstick. I wonder who could have written it.
We know,
If I had
Sophie,
to
though.
bet,
Come on.
I'd put my money on Wendy. Linda's been treating her like her personal punching bag as of late.
Linda's being too harsh.
Yeah, Linda's been pretty bad to Wendy. I'm not surprised she snapped.
Remember that day when Wendy came to work with that gorgeous perm? The staff, the clients, everyone complimented her. Then Linda came along and sent her right back home to straighten it out because her cosmetic choices were distracting the clientele. Ugh.
I'm not trying to excuse her behavior, but I think Linda's under a lot of pressure right now. It can't be easy, managing so many people with Bernard breathing down your neck.
You know, I don't know how you do it, Sophie. Maybe it's because my empathy only goes so far, but I admire that you're able to feel for just about anyone.
Oh! Yes! Okay. No, don't get too excited, everybody. Just fucking calm down, okay? Before she thinks that we're a loser, okay? I feel more for some than others. Wink. Nudge.
I like to put myself in other people's shoes, especially if they're people I find fascinating, like you.
Wow. The way you turned that compliment right back around at me was masterful. Well, this was a
Nailed
lovely
it.
chat, but I better see if Eugene is around maintenance. Hopefully he can help me find this thing for our esteemed guest.
Yeah, we both got a lot on our plates today.
I can't wait to find out more about our friends H&M. Take care.
You too.
Here we are. I'm really enjoying this game. I say as I'm cleaning a bathtub.
What were you apologizing for?
I'm sorry, please forgive
And
me.
were you forgiven?
Ooh, doghouse. I hope I haven't done anything to mess everything up already. I really do. Oh.
Mrs. Cruz got her personal information stolen. Is Mr. Morgan behind it?
We wish to apologize on behalf of our company for the privacy breach that occurred on the 25th of September, and thank you for calling it to our attention. We're currently investigating the breach and trying to understand how this individual was able to obtain your personal information. Rest assured that we will put measures in place, they never do, to make sure this situation does not repeat itself. Your privacy is and always will be one of our top priorities. Bullshit! What's this down the bottom here? SOS 5?
Who could blame you for seeking help? I'd do the same in your shoes. These scribbles don't look random, but I can't figure out what they mean.
What kind of psychopath unpacks their stuff, honestly, into the drawers in a hotel? Any of you guys do that? I don't care how long you're there. All your stuff stays in your suitcase. Unpacking your stuff and folding it into the fucking drawers? Madness.
Am I reading this right? The account's been emptied.
Marcella's bank account has been? So did she empty her own account? I would assume so.
You don't see someone withdraw $5,000 every day. Just what could have made you empty out your entire bank account?
Oh wait.
These symbols, they look oddly familiar.
Beth?
Hello? Hello? Beth?
Oh no. Ew! Let's call Beth, because maybe she transferred the call, right? Beth? Beth, please, who was that?
Clarington Hotel reception desk.
Beth?
Sophie?
Did you just call me?
No, I didn't.
Oh boy.
Then who called?
What do you mean, who called?
Someone just called and
Should have taken the
said
gun.
nothing. All I could hear was static and breathing.
Whoa. The creeporama just keeps on going, doesn't it? Hold on. Hey, Archie.
What's up?
Give me a second, Sophie. Okay, so turns out Archie here patched a call through to 509 moments ago.
Did he recognize the voice?
Did he recognize the caller's voice?
You think it might have been Mr. Morgan?
Yeah.
Let me ask. Okay, so it was a man's voice, but he can't be sure if it was our creep.
Anything else?
Did he notice anything else?
He says he heard a faint bell in the background. It sounded like the elevator's bell, so he assumed the caller was one of our clients.
You didn't see Mr. Morgan come back to the hotel, did you?
No. I understand why you're creeped out, but I don't see how he could possibly know you're in 509. I didn't say a word to anyone.
I trust you,
know.
Beth.
I know you didn't.
Okay.
Can you ask Andrew not to patch any calls here for a while?
Huh, trust me, I will.
Thanks. I haven't had time to check all of 509 yet, so I better get back to it.
Oh, before you go, I have some more info for you. I was going over the details of our little mystery when I remembered something. About this morning.
What is it?
I saw Mrs. Cruz rush out of the hotel, all by her lonesome, not too long after Mr. Morgan knocked over that vase in the lobby.
What time?
Really? Do you know what time it was exactly?
I think Mr. Morgan left around 10, so I'm guessing between then and 5 past 10?
I remember hearing a loud noise on the 5th floor right
Yeah, there
around
was a
that
bang.
time. Like a door slamming really hard.
Do you think it was her?
Maybe.
It was a gunshot. Anything suspicious?
Did you notice anything weird about her?
You mean, other than the fact that she was walking straight into a snowstorm?
True.
Yeah?
Well, I've only ever seen her with her husband. It seemed unusual that she'd be leaving alone. But now that I think about it, maybe she was sneaking out. Or following Mr. Morgan.
Yeah.
Is she alive? Did he kill her? Oh my god.
Hopefully I can make sense of all of this.
I'm sure you will. Call me as soon as you find something.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Maybe he was cheating on her. Maybe she was cheating on him. You never know. Where's the last piece of paper? Oh, is that it? I have 3?
Where could the rest of that note be? Should I check the other garbage cans, maybe?
Is there another one? Is there one in the bathroom? Oh. Uh-huh. I got them. Okay, time to be a genius. I got this. Let's figure it out. Oh god. Ah, shit. Oh, wait, we actually... Oh my god. Uh-huh. Look at that. Okay. She's a genius. So smart. They're smartest. Oh my god.
It's some kind of code. Could I break it?
I have pieces. Snoop around to find missing symbols. Do I need to snoop again? In the vent? In the vent. Next to your room. I will leave. I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
Vent next to your room. Hey, Beth. It's me.
Hey, so, how did the snooping go? Find anything?
I'm a genius.
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
A secret code? Well, spill the beans. What did it say?
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? Who the hell does that?
I don't know, but whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in 12 pieces and scattered in 3 different trash cans.
So the Cruzes are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think one of them's having an affair?
I'm leaning more towards affair and she's taking her money and leaving.
Well, that's possible. It's quite obvious they're having marital problems.
What makes you say that?
I found an apology note, neatly folded next to a room service tray. I think Mr. Cruz wrote it.
It doesn't mean he's cheating on her, though. Maybe he forgot their anniversary or something like that. I know I'm really bad with dates. Is
So
that all
make
you've
note
got?
of the most important ones, Beth. Come on now. Go to
I'm
bed.
pretty sure the husband was sentenced to sleeping in the living room. I found a pillow and some
Sentenced.
sheets on the couch.
Oh, yeah. Then he's definitely having an affair. Mrs. Cruz found out, so he tried to apologize, but she kicked him out of the bedroom anyway. What do you think?
Mrs. Cruz could be the one having the affair. I found a bank statement from a secret account of hers.
A secret account?
Well, that's my guess. It's in her own name and hidden in her jewelry box.
But how could she open her own account or withdraw money from it without her good old husband's approval?
Oh, right.
don't
Yeah,
know.
that's a fucking thing.
Maybe
Jesus
she had
Christ.
help from a friend or a lover.
Oh.
And that's not all. The account was emptied about a week ago. A withdrawal of $5,000.
That's no pocket change. It sure sounds like she's planning to run away.
Yeah. I'll go and have a look at the vent that's mentioned in the message. Just to be sure we're on the right track.
Yeah, good idea, Bean. I'm about to go on break, so if you need my help again, just ask Andrew to patch you through to the break room.
All right. Enjoy your break.
Oh, I will.
Bean! Oh, cute. Shut up. Oh my god. Oh, the lighting. Okay. Let's get rid of that. I so badly want to open the door. Oh my god. I don't
Can't
have
open
something.
these
Oh
without a
shit.
screwdriver.
Save and do it. True! Oh my god, you're a genius.
Now's probably not a good time to disturb
No,
you.
what do you mean, Sophie? Wait. Eugene.
Highest priority, huh? That means Eugene's probably working in Bernard's office right now.
Bernard tells me there's a cold draft coming from his window and it's turning his office into a freezer. So just close the window. Fixing this should be your highest priority today.
It sounds like Eugene asked Bernard to stop opposing the construction of the new psychiatric hospital. And Bernard was Bernard.
I was unaware of your daughter's condition. I can only imagine how difficult this must be for you and your wife. But do not worry, you only have to look at my brother to see how rotten apples grow even in the best of families. As for your request, I'm afraid I am unable to grant it. Mr. Weston is both a good friend of mine and a benefactor of the Clarington, so it would be inappropriate for me to oppose him. Also, considering his great influence in the city, I have no doubt he will manage to prevent the hospital's construction no matter what. Thank you for understanding.
Oh, Eugene. I had no idea.
Dear Eugene, a friend of mine has heard from her hairdresser, who's heard from her sister-in-law, who works as a secretary to the mayor, that the city plans on building a new mental hospital right next to the Clarington. Imagine! Denise could get the care she needs while staying close to home. It's almost too good to be true. I don't dare get my hopes up, but still. I'll keep my ear to the ground and keep you posted as soon as I have more news. Warm wishes, Joyce.
Shoot, no
No
screwdriver.
screwdriver.
What's life without a little challenge? Huh, this must be Eugene with his daughter. He looks like a caring father.
Maybe Eugene murdered somebody or wants to murder Bernard. You know what? Go get him, Eugene. Honestly, go get him. Okay, so we think Eugene is down in Bernard's office. Oh, hello. Oh, right, yeah, you were just at the bedroom. What's up, weirdo? Fuckface, dickhead.
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh,
No.
Roy.
Oh, right. You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
You got a problem with that?
My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
Be careful not to get caught in a lie. He's gonna ask me why I need a screwdriver. No, I'll think of something. This isn't the end.
No, I'm just getting a screwdriver.
A screwdriver? What for?
Just stab you in the neck.
Loose vent.
Well, that sounds like a job for Eugene, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right.
Then leave the repairs to him.
Okay, I will.
Oh, we're fine then.
Well, don't you look mischievous. Hey, Bean.
Yeah, it's so
You're
cute.
planning to give Bernard a good scare? Sign me up.
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Oh, I see.
Eugene?
What the hell? You'd better go and take a look. I'll stand guard by the elevator and make some noise if I see Bernard coming.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick.
Thanks, Beth. You're cute. There's a screwdriver there.
Aha! Let's get you to that vent. Opposing something that could help so many people just because it's close to your hotel? This is ridiculous.
Dear Mr. Weston, I would like to thank you again for agreeing to this partnership between the Clarington Hotel and Weston's department store. Thanks to your generous help, renovations are well underway and the hotel has never looked better. You should come visit soon. that was scribbled out. On another note, it has come to my attention that you formed a group of local businessmen to oppose the construction of the new mental hospital. After working so hard to elevate the Clarendon standards, I cannot allow a band of cuckoos to move in my backyard. Should you accept, it will be an honor and a privilege to join your fight. Yours sincerely, Bernard Leduc. Handwritten by Eugene. Enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick.
So, I take it the open window was not an accident. Can't say I blame you, Eugene.
I don't want Eugene to get fired, though.
With this blizzard, Bernard's office will be a skating rink by the end of the
There.
day. Best to avoid that.
I want it to be a skating rink, but you know. We don't want Eugene getting in trouble. Oh god!
Ew. Is this Linda's?
Surely your break is over by now.
No, it's not.
Oh
I
god.
came by here not too long ago, and Andrew was already covering for you.
That's
Uh-oh.
because I was in the ladies' room.
That's no excuse to...
It's my time of the month.
It's a good way
You're
to
married,
scare
and-
him.
So, you know how it is. I have to go more often, and sometimes I stain the furniture, and,
Beth.
and don't get me started on all the...
That's enough details. Miss Belovit,
Hi.
what were you doing in my office?
I was getting the... We already mentioned screwdriver to him. I was looking for a screwdriver.
I was looking for a screwdriver to fix the loose vent I told you about.
Didn't I tell you to leave it to Eugene?
Yeah, but like...
Yes, you did.
Then what are you doing here? Are you suffering from short-term memory loss, or are you just so dense that you didn't understand me the
Bitch!
first time?
Well, it's just that
It's my fault. The
Oh.
client kept complaining, and I couldn't get a hold of Eugene, so I asked her to fix the vent.
Thanks, Beth.
Well, that wasn't your decision to make, was it? And we call them guests, Miss Lambert. Guests.
Yeah, well, there are so many rules here, I lose track.
Come with me.
Thanks, Beth. How do I... Oh. Scroll wheel. To spin it. Alright. I hope it doesn't matter that I threw away the other thing.
meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan. It's me.
Oh, hello, Bean.
Oh, it's so
Anything
cute
new
when
to
she calls
report?
me Bean. I found another secret message.
I found another message written in
I should probably
secret
check if she
code.
got in trouble.
What does it say?
Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Michael? Who's that? Another husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Let me check the logbook. There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
Could Marcella?
Yes?
No, never mind. So, what's next?
Marcella.
I guess I should
and-
go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
Well, I could call the room to make sure no one's there.
Good idea.
Hang on.
She wants to run away with a woman and leave her husband.
You've got the all clear, Bean. Head on over.
Thanks,
You gotta
Beth.
stop calling
I'll
me
call
that.
you back.
This is too cute. You're killing me. Right, this says do not disturb, so don't clean anything. No cleany.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Hang on, look. Both of these have lipstick on them. Frosted Pops. The yo-yo. It's this kid's yo-yo that I threw away. Well, you shouldn't have left it outside, you little shit.
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
Hope you are well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact I cannot wait to see you again. We're scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Say hello to Michael for me.
Did Marcella send this?
Yep.
Aha! Keys are Snoop's
key?
best friend.
Adam or Eve. Ooh! Confession of a shocking and forbidden love. Should Rose stay in a marriage that no longer makes her happy, or seek refuge in the arms of the woman who truly understands her? We all know the answer here. She has tasted the forbidden fruit years ago, and now she is all she can think of. But what will her family and society as a whole think of her if she turns to a life of sin? Should she be condemned for even entertaining the thought of leaving her husband, or pitied for having to make such a heartbreaking decision? Greta. Clearly we need another key.
I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Have I? Oh, it's right there. Oh! Oh! Oh, look!
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is. Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like we were on the right track, 'cause he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Bean! Affair, blackmail, cowabunga! Beth, respectfully, please don't hate me. Beth, please don't hate me, but I gotta pick cowabunga.
Cowabunga?
What? Why would Mr. Cruz and Mr. Morgan use the word cowabunga while arguing?
I was just kidding.
Oh, right. Well, the correct answer
Oh god.
Miss Rose, is affair.
Does she hate me now?
Fair.
She's not my wife anymore?
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
Use your
I
heads,
found
ladies.
a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
I think they're having the affair. Maybe they're just good friends. I mean,
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete.
no,
I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
it's my gaydar, Beth. Oh my god, no, don't say
One way
that.
to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
Huh?
How?
I'll
Candle
tell
and
you
plaster.
later. Just find me those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come
Are
on,
we gonna
you
make
know
a
I won't let
mold?
you down.
Oh, cute. Oh, sorry. Disgusting. Ew. Aha.
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt.
Let's put the key back before I get in trouble. This is mine. Wait, no, it's not. It's Beth's! Wait, I can snoop in Beth's stuff now?
Wait,
Oh, shit.
you, Beth? What on earth led to this picture being taken?
You know what they say about snakes. Gay. You
Got
like
a candle. Now, what next?
find Beth?
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds.
Uh-huh.
My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you
Plaster
sure it's
key?
gonna work?
Absolutely
gonna-
not.
Okay, fair.
But hey, I guess we won't
gonna
know
break?
until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
How would a plaster key fucking work? That shit is gonna break.
Okay, to To start,
I
we
actually
need to
do it?
pour the wax
Oh.
from the pot.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. Ooh, 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 ooh. Why is it so wibbly wobbly? Fucking hell. Zoop. Hello? Thank you. Is that enough?
Have you done this before?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a real pro. Let's
go.
give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form.
Stunning.
Okay, I think you can remove it.
Yoink.
Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup
There.
of plaster into the mold. All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
How's it gonna
I don't
fucking
know.
work?
I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I wish somebody would poke me.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Oh,
Indeed.
gosh.
But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Oh shit. I can't take the risk. Yes, she knows we're being Snoopy McSnoopersons, but I don't want her to know that I was going through her shit. That's terrible. This.
Like collages? That one's
Yeah.
yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk
I
about
like
that
to
instead.
take fashion magazines and fix their lack of vision.
Their lack of vision?
I just think that fashion designers have been getting pretty lazy and bland lately. Don't get me wrong, my own creations are often a mess. But I like to think I'm good at editing. Putting things together to make them shine.
Could she edit me?
I promise, underneath this terribly designed uniform, there is a girl with taste.
I've never seen you outside of work. I prefer tabloids to. No. I've never seen you out of work, so let's change that. Okay.
I believe you, but I've never actually seen you outside of work.
Oh god, that's true. Well, we have to remedy that. Now that we're solving a mystery together, we may as well grab drinks too. What do you say?
I don't know. No, you know what? No, I don't really have time. We should.
Yeah, we should. I don't know why we never thought of it before.
Well, it's this place, you know? When your shift's over, you just want to forget everything about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I don't want to
But
forget about
some
you.
things are worth remembering. Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I
Oh,
can't believe it worked.
fuck the keys. Let's
I
keep
could not
talking.
have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence. If he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Save
Yeah,
before you do that,
I'll
Emily.
be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Oh yeah, let's clean all this up. We don't need that evidence there.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Okay, wait. Holy fucking sensitivity. I didn't even mean to spin at that. Oh shit, I'm gonna break it. Oh, I'm just amazing.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words of the key, both related to her history. So there's the white cat, bar. So we're talking about the cat. Wait, what was the cat's name? Greta? Greta? Was it Greta? I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today in a secret language. All I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. I just heard Doris Day. Greta and Doris. First two and then last two. G-O-R-I-S. It made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it has been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Yeah, long distance, lesbians. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You are always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden, that smell of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent, darling. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you. even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us, so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe si vite. My parents are glad I am done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will! These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. No! You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Well, clearly they changed their mind. They ran away together, right? Oh yeah, she's just so smart.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
She's the writer! Dear Marcella, or should I say, Bridget. You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station, and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter. The letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years I was brokenhearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. Wait, there's not too many's. And made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really love me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis, was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael. But there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner, and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonition, but like premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincèrement. P.S. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together. As long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Reading is difficult. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Super gay. Dear Marcella, I left the house. I left Louis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet... Michael and I are staying at the Clarendon Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, Wait, who's this? I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years... Mr. Spade! I keep forgetting his actual name. In a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses. So, did he follow? Is he... We'll find out. Okay. Who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, Your Novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I know the truth. Wait, maybe one of the books is in his room then. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other. Look at that, we assumed Lindsay was a woman that he was after. But I had never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letter. Okay, so she responded. I realize how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the street like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener. And I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already, Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him. And I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer. But now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance of my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Paul.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah.
But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
Well, do I even need to tell her? I'm gonna be like, oh, I wonder what's inside. And she's like, bitch, I already opened it.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, who cares?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The way she said that, oh my
yes.
god.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
So?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
I don't know. He was a fan. Marcella hired him. I'm not sure. Well, he was a fan. He was a fan before he was hired. So let's say this, I guess.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
Is she a celebrity or something?
More or less. She writes pulp fiction under a pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
Huh, I see. He's still kind of a creep, though. Couldn't he have stuck to fan mail? Stalking her like that. That's going too far. And why did he have those pictures of you, anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why
We
you're so
done?
interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they
No
exist
murder?
as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
Oh! And who are you behind closed doors?
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers.
Oh my god, Beth.
Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Yes!
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Maybe.
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
No. Who's that? Oh, fuck. No, wait. It happened. But there was no noise. There was nothing. And that wasn't there a couple minutes ago. Well, there's been a murder. What if it was just an accident? He really likes ketchup. Who are you? That's not Bernard, right? No. Right? No. Hey, yo, chop the body up. Clean everything.
Mr. Cruz?
He's obviously fucking dead. Oh, surely I don't actually... I'll be messing with the body.
Just stop for a second, Sophie. Is there anything you missed?
Oh, I guess I have to then. Okay.
Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Oh no. Oh, that's not great, is it? Oh, and beneficiary Marcella for 10 grand? Ooh, boy. Oh.
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
Well, I mean... might as well fucking inspect this too.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We'll be looking into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of that guest's behavior. As I'm sure you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself on its discretion. Please contact us should that guest bother you again. Okay. 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 Ooh. Boy. Ooh, head bash into the corner of the ice machine. There's a camera on top of that. What's this? This?
Okay, this looks like something I can use to open the fuse box. A, B, and Beaumont.
I'm not gonna throw it away. I know we say be gay, do crime, but I mean... Just squeeze by, don't step in it. I'm stepping in it.
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Montreal is much bigger than I had expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely. And that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today was Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction. Helping her out how? But it still hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Miltone to sleep tonight. Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel's staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seem like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out, right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Where is he now then, if his stuff is here? Who's sneaking out of their room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine, with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So, Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I woke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it'll be when I do come out. Maybe I should... Do I have bloody shoes yet?
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Dear Paul, I'm sorry to hear you're in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history, but don't despair. I've been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now, I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction as a sort of research. I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I am aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would of course be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished. Dear Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks again for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you're taking your role a bit too seriously. You're not a real detective. You have to let go. Have I bloody footprint? No! I speak.
That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back.
Kaboom!
Power's back. Now, I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
No. I should move this to see the book. Yes! And they were roommates! 1 room, 2 women, and so many secrets. She was alone in a town she barely knew. Hundreds of miles away from home, she was desperate for comfort and found it in the arms of the most unexpected person. What first started as a normal friendship between 2 women soon blossomed into something much more passionate and disturbing. Ugh. This is a tale of love and desire like you have never read before. Out of her own experience, the author, working under a pseudonym, tears the curtain from one of the gravest threats to modern social morality. The strange love practices trapping unwary girls today, particularly in our larger cities. Oh no, I'm trapped. Oh no. A woman needs to save me. I mean, he could have just hit his head on the corner and then been like, oh shit, oh god, I'm bleeding, oh fuck, dead. You know? If Beth is the murderer, I will do everything in my power to make sure she escapes with me. However, for everybody else, murder bad.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure the police will appreciate this.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Would her being the murderer make her hotter? Yes. Yes, it would. Murder this pussy. I still don't know who did it. I'm gonna say he hit his head.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
Well, am I about to get arrested for murder? I didn't do it, even though I pulled the body and got my fingerprints everywhere and stood in the blood. It wasn't me. Beth, where were you?
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you?
Beth, well,
Hey,
there's a
is
body.
everything okay?
Yeah, there's a dead guy upstairs.
Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yes.
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde.
No, not merde.
Do you
Murder.
think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
Be gay, do crime, but not this kind of crime. No.
What about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It
Oh
might
shit,
not even
yeah,
matter
they'll
in
just
the end if they
paint
did
them
it
as
or
the
not.
bad one. They're gonna be like, gay bad arrest, fuck off. I understand.
I think I know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you, even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. It makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At a bar called the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once too.
Wait, you know her?
No, I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for
Oh,
us
that's a bit
to be
different.
more than just friends.
Same.
Sophie.
Imagine saying I'm not sure there. Oh my god. I mean, although I'm like, oh my god, I just found a body. There's been a murder. And she's like, wife? Oh yeah, sure. Great timing.
Yeah. I like that too.
That's... that's great. The police is here.
The police is here.
Just
It's okay. Her brain,
be
gay
mindful
panic.
of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Gay panic just fried Beth's brain. The police is here.
Miss Roy?
Yes.
Miss Roy?
Yes.
Miss Roy?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I
Ew,
went
that's
out in
so
the
much
corridor,
worse.
and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it
Oh,
ringing?
right, yeah, I moved the
I
body.
assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, I mean, I touched the body, I touched the paper in his hands, I touched the paper in his back pocket. I can't exactly be like, oh yeah, I didn't do anything. I have to be honest here. Mr. Cruz's body was blocking the doors.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
I had to get downstairs.
The stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So,
Okay.
what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Yes.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
Well, I have to explain why I had the ice pick, either on me or she left it behind, but again, my fingerprints are all over it. I used an ice pick.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Footprints.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
So I stood
Did
in
you
it.
touch anything?
Maybe. Yes, I touched everything there, and I also stepped in the blood and got bloody footprints in a circle, okay? You caught me.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I got the gate book!
I took the elevator down to the
She
lobby.
lied!
That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I left the pictures. And again, my fingerprints are all over everything. I've been doing a little snooping.
I've been snooping around.
Surely
the
you
guest
can't lie
rooms.
there, because fingerprints.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
We found pictures of you snooping around.
Is that all that would do it?
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guest's privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't want to say it.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that
I didn't
would
get rid
come
of
to mind.
any of the evidence.
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No.
It doesn't matter, sir.
I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
You know what? Fuck you, cunt.
What are you trying to imply? That Mrs. Cruz killed her husband because she hates men?
I've seen it before from lesbians.
Oh, this
I'll
has
fucking kill you,
nothing
bitch.
to do with hate. It's about love. Not that you'd understand.
Oh, and you think you do? Then please, enlighten me.
She's brave enough to be with the one she loves. That doesn't make her a criminal. That doesn't mean she killed her husband.
I'm starting to worry you may be one of them, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend
And
these
I worry
deviants.
about your ability to do your job, detective, since you seem to be such a—
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
Lesbian. Ooh, scary word scares the man.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah,
Why?
everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
I don't want to work here if Beth's not working here. What do you
I
want?
suppose you know why you're here?
No, why am I here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act, Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
Fire me,
With
cunt.
me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately.
Oh my
Clean
God.
rooms,
Thank
satisfied
you.
guests.
But also,
I
fuck
take
you.
my job very seriously, sir.
I did it. Wow.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
About that, I don't
Thank
want
you.
to.
I'm not
No,
done.
I don't want
the
to.
police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Oh my god.
Yes. Why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
Bye. You can't fire me because I quit. Both in solidarity with Beth and also, hello?
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Suck my ass.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
You'll bounce back.
Well, I'm not one bit worried about you. I know you'll be just fine.
Yeah, I do have a cat-like ability to land on my feet.
And think of all the good times you'll have away from Bernard.
I'll miss annoying him. He turns into a particular shade of red that only I can get out of him. But no, you're right. It's time for new challenges.
Together?
I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Can I kiss you?
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That's it?
That was...
I know.
I guess it's not really the place for a makeout, is it?
I've been thinking about Anne and Marcella.
Let's run away
a lot.
together.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend. Day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing.
Bean!
It's already started elsewhere. And it will get here, eventually.
Let's move.
One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Is that Paul? Okay, so Paul couldn't go visit Lindsay's grave because Paul is in jail. Oh, and so are they. So what do they find out? What's the What's the verdict? The boy is back with his dad. This prick is still fine. Where's Beth? Where's Beth? Ah, shit, where's Beth? Perfect ending. The best ending. Oh my god. I don't care about anybody else. GG. Okay, so like I didn't go to jail, but everybody else did. So, what if I reload and clean everything last minute out of curiosity? Okay. Going to dispose of everything that is disposable. Everything. Nothing will remain. Surely this gets me arrested. Surely. I think everybody else lives happily ever after, and I'm rotting in the jail cell. Off we go.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
We found bags of evidence in your car.
Sorry, I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Okay, so again, we had no choice in this part, so we need to tell the truth here.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So...
Okay.
What did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
Careful.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7,
Oh yeah, my footprints.
I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
No. Nothing.
No. No, nothing.
That's weird. It sure looks like someone poked around the crime scene. Oh well. We'll know more once the fingerprint analysis comes in, won't we?
I threw away everything I
So-
touched.
What did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
Why did you lie there? Because I
No,
threw away everything.
I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
They don't have pictures.
I just assumed. What with all the blood. It just didn't look like an accident, you know?
I see. Would you say you're an observant person, Miss Roy?
I think I would, yes.
Good. Then maybe you can help me fill in a few details about this case.
I'll do my best.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Nothing.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
You wouldn't be trying to protect her, would you, Miss Roy? Because now's not the time for misplaced female solidarity.
No. No, I'm not.
Let's try something else then. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Also nothing.
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
Does he? It's very odd.
My fingerprints being near the crime scene isn't gonna fucking matter. I'm a maid. My fingerprints are all over the hotel. You can't pin that on me, bitch.
Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little evidence on either of them. It's almost as if someone has cleaned up after them.
No.
I really hope I'm wrong, though, because if I'm right, that would be obstruction of justice, and the people, or person,
I didn't throw away everything.
Could face very serious consequences. But hey, I guess we'll know soon enough.
There's no way I don't get arrested. Surely you have to be careful with what you throw away.
As you may be aware, the hotel's reputation has taken a solid hit. We've been mocked and ridiculed by the papers. It's truly humiliating. And that's not even the worst of it. With a story like this, guests may not flood through our doors again for a very long time. If ever, I may have no choice but to sell the hotel.
Oh no.
Just years of arduous work gone down the drain. Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months, which means cutting off dead weight.
I suppose I'm the dead weight.
Yes, you've been quite the disappointment.
Wait, what?
I may have been too busy to notice it before, but now that it's staring me right in the face, I cannot continue to ignore it. You're fired.
I'm not gonna beg from that man. You.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
What's he doing here again?
I knew it wouldn't be that easy. You have to be careful.
Let's
with
not
what
make a
you're getting rid
scene, all right?
of. Yep.
A scene? What the hell's going on?
Beth, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
For?
What?
For exactly
This is
what?
bullshit.
For what exactly?
You can't do this.
Just obstruction?
Sophie, we'll get you a lawyer. It'll be okay. God.
But not for moeite. So was it the lying about the touching the stuff? No, but my fingerprints would be all over the stuff. I got an achievement, dead end and gone. Police stumped in Clarendon hotel murder, but yeah, fuck you guys. Thanks to your actions, Paul avoided prison. Oh. He's an actor now. And he got to visit the grave. Thanks to your actions, Anne and Marcella avoided prison. Worth the obstruction charge. What about me? New management. Bye-bye, Bernard. Is there a writing we can't? Achievements were popping up. I'll show it. I got this bed you made. You tampered with evidence, got caught, and ended up in prison. So did I throw away too much? She waited for me. It doesn't even matter. I wonder if it was throwing away too much or if it was the simple lying about touching stuff. Didn't matter. We still don't know what actually happened. Still have no clue.